you know, one of the most important things when I wrote my book, it wasn't about how many copies I sold. It was about writing my story. So for someone that suffers with trauma, they literally find it really hard to voice their opinion. They keep everything inside. But writing the book, I was able to write about things that affected me. When I look back at the book, I realized that the value of the book wasn't going to be about how many copies I sold. It was what it did for me. And honestly, when I look at my book, I go, wow. And that makes me proud to think of all the stuff that I've survived and how much prouder I'm going to be when I know how much more stuff I've got to live for. Because those times that I was suicidal and I nearly took my life, I had that much energy left to fight even harder to stop myself doing it. People often ask me about resilience, but I think it's the tools that we use to survive. So in my book, I had to make sure I let people understand and recognize the fact around the brain. The brain holds a little bean called the amygdala, and this stuff can be stored from when your trauma hits to when you die, and it releases slow little pieces of the trauma, which then triggers your body to react to it. So in saying that, all the psychology and counseling I've done, you can actually retrain that brain, because the brain tells your body to signal, and that's how you react. So you've got to understand this before you can even understand yourself. An example is, so say if I was going to whack somebody, my arm just doesn't go whack.
Please select the parking mode.
Literally, my brain will go, danger, whack. And that's how the amygdala works. So we need to work around the brain, refunction, retrain it, because your brain is what your body tells you to do. So then your body is just the shell. So literally with my trauma, if my cat brushed past me, I'd be like, ugh. Send a message to my brain. What does my brain do? It doesn't sit there and do nothing. It then goes trauma response. Then we go flight fight mode. So interesting. If you want to fix yourself, learn about the brain, learn about the amygdala, or even better, buy a copy of my book. Much love.